Grief doesn't just mean like losing someone by death, right? There's other ways too. Even like grieving the past versions of ourselves.
Damn.
Grieving the like choices that we didn't make and now like we just have to like deal, or like just the past, the versions that we can't bring with us. We have to let go. The people that we have to let go. People that are still alive, but we're grieving them. I don't know.
God damn.
That's heavy.
Woo!
That's heavy.
One life collective, black premises, black privilege. When they ask what this is, tell them.
Welcome to the Black Privilege Podcast.
You felt that? It came from the heart.
It did. It came from the soul.
That's how you just
Just,
that's how you do it.
I can't do it how she do it. Can you do it?
Just like a little TKO.
See? You see?
You felt that.
Let me know when you're ready to record.
He's
Yeah, he's recording now. That's what I said.
Oh, I love that. Hey, oh,
You did good. You did good.
That was good?
Yeah.
Yo, can I get a hop? Look, let's
You
go.
did good.
Hey,
You can sing. I think everyone can.
I can carry a note.
Yes, you can. Everyone can carry a note.
I can.
How well can you carry that note? I don't know. There's levels.
There's levels.
levels to this.
It's levels to it.
Right.
There's levels to it.
But welcome to another episode of the Black Privilege
You just
Podcast.
hopped right on in there.
You
I
know,
like
like-
that. Hey, let's get it. Mm-hmm.
We here today with a couple people.
I would call it stalwarts. You know, like we here.
We are. We're some stars.
Yeah.
I like that.
Stars
I like
in
the
the making.
confidence.
For real.
Legends in the making.
Absolutely.
All right, wait, continue, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, man.
Hey, like as Matt said, this is. You know what? I just want to. You know what?
I already know where you're going with
You
this.
know exactly. So for everybody who's ever watched our episodes, this is the woman who's responsible for
Man.
This is the Black Privilege. Can you?
Well, first I would say it as it starts it. You are now listening to the Black Privilege Podcast.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to say, when me and Matt were talking about how the intros would go, I mentioned to him, I was just like, yo, like Rick Ross got the Maybach music. Yes. And I was like, yo, Matt, we need
Word.
something like that.
Word.
And he was like, yo, what about Jojo? I was like, yeah.
here for it.
And when you did it,
Yeah.
and then, yo, shout out to Eric.
Yeah.
Shout out
to
to
Eric for
our cousin. Go ahead.
for the rest of the song. But you know, I reached out to Jojo, you know, and then I had to reach out because it had to be Black inspired. So
Word.
why not? And it had to be homegrown. So
Yes.
we
You
definitely
killed it.
appreciate
And you said you wanted like a little grown and sexy vibe too.
like
so
that late the what was it, the late night vibes, like type
Yeah.
of bill, you know, like
Even
but
now. Can you say one more time?
all right. You are now listening to the Black Privilege Podcast.
Let's go. Let's go.
Facts.
All I know is this. Hey, my cousin. All right, this is a family episode right now.
Yes.
But I'm gonna just let y'all know, her voice is beautiful. Energy.
Thank you, Mike.
ENERY.
JY.
JY. See?
yeah, see?
All right, let me do it again. NEEN. Yo, all right, let me say it. Like, let me say it. I'm gonna get it right. ENERJY.
You better spell it right. Yes, that's it.
That's on period.
Period.
That's on period. Nah, for real. No, Jojo, like you have been such a help in terms of like creating the aesthetic for all of our episodes, and we thank you so much. For real.
I appreciate the opportunity because I love doing voiceover. So when you guys asked me to do it, I had to say yes. Had to.
Well, you don't just do voiceovers for us, like.
Right. I do a little something, something, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know.
Can you talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that? What is that?
Sure. I mean, so outside of, you know, being a therapist and all that good stuff, I do voiceover for Audible. So I narrate books for authors. Like they'll reach out to me or I'll audition and get the part. But I'm trying to like really go into like commercials. My like goal is to do a video game, a voiceover for a video game. I would be so happy.
What type of video game?
It doesn't matter. I think I could fit the voice for something horror or.
Would you rather have one of your songs as a soundtrack in the game, or
like
do
any opportunity I am there for? But I could do like a little kid voice. I could do, you know, a regular adult. I could do it all. I think I could do it all.
I guess I'm just thinking like, if I'm playing Tekken.
Yeah.
Yo, Danny. Yo. Wait, first of all, shout out to the video god.
It was good.
Yo, it was good, Brody. Yo, like, what is it? Finish him?
That's Mortal Kombat.
Okay, that's
what
Get it right. Get your games right.
Wait a minute here.
You gotta reference it, get it right.
yeah. Hey, that's why you here, bro.
Right.
Keep me in check. But like, I'm just thinking, finish him. How would you say that?
It would be, so what I think of, because I am a big Tekken fan. So I play all the Tekken. So I think of Nina and she's like, finish him. You know, at the end when she's like standing over the body, she's like, yeah, I conquered that ass.
Whoa. Hey, I fuck with that.
I can see it happening.
You can see it?
I can see it.
All right.
Well, hey, yo, you put that in the universe, and you know what you put in the universe, you'll get back. So, yo, hey.
Period.
Hey, to all the video game creators out there, you got one.
Yes.
You got one. Energy. You got that energy. I think I did well with that one. I think I did. Yo, Danny, I did good with that one.
It was all right.
He's a hard critic.
He always is. He always is. All right, so I don't want to get too serious right now, but we want to know a little bit more about you, Jojo. You are a licensed associate.
We don't want to get to know you. We want the world to get to know you.
Because we already know you.
That's
yes.
true.
You know, like,
thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See, I've been getting corrected by him.
Yeah.
By the video guy, but you know, yes, please, you are licensed. Give us your background.
All right. It's a little extensive, but I'll keep it quick. I am a licensed associate counselor. I'm also in the social service field. I work for the Department of Children and Families. So I have a lot of different hats. But the thing that I love the most, I guess, my passion would be music and therapy. So definitely therapy, working with people that look just like us, that are going through many struggles that, you know, I could relate to and they could relate to me. And I think that's my passion for sure. But definitely trauma, discussing and like diving into our traumatic experiences and our past so that we can know where we're going. Sometimes we do have to take a step back and look and experience that. So I'm all things mental health, all things inner peace. I am a meditating girly. I'm here for the inner peace and promoting just like wellness for our community for sure.
So we'll get to experience a little bit of that on the episode.
Absolutely.
Right.
Why not?
You ready for that?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for this?
I mean, I'm. Hey, listen, I try not to box myself in, so I'm open to any and all experiences.
All right.
Would you say that too, Bubba?
Yeah, I'm open. You got the bottle opener up?
I love it.
The bottle opener. Here
Thank
go.
you.
I guess we're talking about some pretty heavy stuff. We have to have a little libation.
Hey, listen, it be like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I would say this. One of the things that we pride ourselves on always is that like the way that the podcast was built just honestly was on mental health.
Yeah.
Having Danny be our videographer was just honestly like God-given. It was like what took us to the top because we started off talking as Black men having check-ins. And then we wanted to turn it into a podcast, and then that turned into us having topics, discussing real issues.
Yeah.
And we start off with like a mental health check-in. That's how we always do every episode. But based on your expertise,
Yeah.
Matt, would you be inclined and
I
say,
feel,
hey,
I feel like you can just lead it,
Hell yeah.
lead the mental health check-in, or
Okay.
however you want this, episode to go.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know?
So like we could treat it almost, if you guys are, up to it, we can treat it like a little group therapy session.
Yeah.
So that way your viewers get a little bit of like a little taste on what group therapy is like in a safe space.
That's fine. That's fine
where
with me.
we won't go too deep. All right. So essentially, how was your week this past week? Did you guys have a good week? Let's start with Maddie. How was your week? Check in with us.
I mean, it was good. I had some. I don't want to share too much, like the exact things, but pretty much some financial obligations were handled, and some have been eliminated that were on a monthly basis. So
Okay. That's major.
I'm happy. So that's less money that I have to spend to the businesses and the government. So I'm
know
happy.
that's right.
Happy about that. So
Yes.
my mental has been a little better because I don't have to stress about paying unnecessary fines and whatnot. Pretty much.
I hear that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Like, back up.
I'm sorry you told me to move on.
No, I need him closer to you. Bro.
Yeah, I know that, but his leg is just like on me, bro. Like,
Well, I can't extend my leg because then I'd be.
And this is all part of the group dynamic for group therapy. You're dealing with a lot of outside stimuli while we're trying to dive deep.
I just want him to like not be resting his knee on mine. Like,
How does that make you feel, Mike? How does that make you feel?
annoyed?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
So thank you for feeling, safe enough to express your feelings.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for hearing me.
Of course. So let's check in with you, Mike.
Yeah, how was your
was
week?
your week and how was it mentally for you?
I would say my week was on a scale of 1 to 10. You know what? I'm not going to even do the scale of 1 to 10. She didn't ask for that.
She ain't asked for that. She said, "How was your week?"
Yo, bro, this is my mental check-in.
He tried to
I'm
give you a
talking
rating, right? He tried to give you a rating.
I was going to let him just answer however,
And
you
thank
felt
you.
comfortable answering.
Isn't
wasn't
that
the
how
question,
group
right?
therapy goes?
It
But
is.
that wasn't the question, right?
It depends.
I can never go to therapy with him.
Right. The
just
family
not
therapy
happening.
session might look a little spicy. It might be a little spicy.
All right, I'm going to just say this,
Just answer the question.
nigga. Anyway, Jojo, I think that the last week has been stressful. I've worked considerably hard. Obviously, I'm in law school, so it just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
I just think it's just me trying to figure out like what I'm going to do for the summer. And I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself unnecessarily, in my opinion. I mean, there's been other things that have been going on just outside of that.
Okay. It sounds like a little pressure, of course. When you have to make a big decision, sometimes it could be a little heavy.
Yeah.
Making sure you make the right one, going back and forth. Maybe a little pros and cons list.
Yeah. Well, they say pressure makes diamonds.
That is very true.
And, consulting people, I think it's the best thing. Whenever you're in a bind like that or you're in a place of indecision, I think seeking wise counsel can never do you wrong. And I've had people who've given me excellent advice. Actually, like my friend C, she mentioned what's called like the Odyssey plan. I don't know how like popular that is, but like I took a look at it. It's been like I've been dabbling into it a little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Imani.
That was so random.
No, it's not random. It's she's the one with the Odyssey plan.
Oh, word?
That's where I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, right? Because you shared it with me.
Oh, I ain't know it.
Yeah,
Well, shout out Imani.
Well, if that's true,
I don't know. Yeah, I can confirm nor deny.
But I'm pretty sure that's where it got sent from. But
Oh, word, right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for sharing, for your check-in. For me, It's been a really chill week. Sometimes I feel like life is a little mundane. So I'm in that space where I'm trying to like do things that bring me joy. Because like going to work every day really is blowing.
And I was gonna ask you what that meant. It's just like, what is it? Just you?
It's just work. Like I have a really great job. I'm really grateful for it. It's a wonderful opportunity and it's, you know, it's fun. It's good and whatever. But it's a job at the end of the day. It's something that like I'm working for someone else to bring them, you know, their profit. Exactly. And it's like, I feel like I'm on the hamster wheel and I need to hop off. So I've been doing like some more like content creating, which has been sparking like my creative senses and I feel like awakened. So this week I've like really been honing in on it a lot more. And now I feel like low key, like it's so hard to work. Like my mind is not focused on my job at all. Like I'm just constantly thinking about, all right, as soon as I get out of here, what am I going to do? Like, yes.
Do you think that because that's what your true passion is?
I think so. Yeah.
And it's very lucrative.
It is. It's
Like,
fun. I'm trying to have
once you-
fun
Yeah, and then it's fun, and you can like, why not have fun and
and make money too.
at the same time? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Nah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, no. I want to stay right there.
Sure.
You say that this creates a creative spark in you. Would you leave your job for the right opportunity?
Absolutely, I will. I would leave my job now with no sense of security in anything else. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yes, I would. I definitely would. I feel like I talked to a couple people online and they've like quit their jobs and they're doing like content creating like full time. And it was really scary for them, but you know, they stepped out and it's working for them. I don't know if it's going to work for everybody, but I'm the type of person, I do need a little security. Like I need to make sure my lifestyle is very nice. You know, I like to do things, whatever I want to do. So I need to make sure I have the money to do it.
How much do you weigh risk versus security? I'm saying this because when I talked to my therapist last week, that was like a major theme when I was talking to her, when I was trying to make my decision on what I wanted to do. How much in your percentage, maybe you don't know the answer right now, maybe you're still thinking, but like, how much do you think you need?
That's a good question. I like to use the cost benefit analysis. Have you guys heard of that? So that's like, you know, I'm looking at my decisions and I'm looking at like what is the risks and what are the benefits of each decision. So if I choose to do nothing or if I choose to make a move. And then I kind of go based off of there.
All right, so the question is, if you did the content on the side, what number would give you that security to then quit your job?
In terms of like salary, like how much I'm making, I need to be able to make money. It would take time. Like I wouldn't be able to answer that.
Just say if you made what you make in a year, right?
Yeah.
In 2 months.
Oh my God. In 2 months?
No, yeah, just
I would quit.
So that's enough security. Okay. I'm just
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think to your point,
Yeah.
just to discuss a little further, I think a lot of people who take those risks do utilize that cost benefit analysis because the regularity of seeing a paycheck that hits your account,
Right.
either bi-weekly or twice a month,
True.
is I think what some people are afraid of losing because they're like, all right, I'm in a space of unknowingness. Like if I don't know that that's coming, is it worth it?
Right.
And I think the people that are very much confident in their ability, or you know, they just have that confidence in what they can do.
Yeah.
I think they I'm sure they're scared.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like my therapist said this to me, and tell me if you agree with this. She said, "My courage is not about having no fear. It's about being scared and still making the decision when you do it."
I love that. Absolutely. Because we're like, fear is just it's an emotion. So it's going to come and it's going to go. And I feel like sometimes we allow our emotions to rule us and like have so much emphasis on our life, but they're not permanent. right? So you're not always going to be scared. Like when I first started content creating, I was a little nervous being, behind the camera all the time and putting myself out there. But now I'm not so nervous. I'm okay, Nothing really lasts forever in terms of emotions. I think we'll be okay.
Where do you think you drew that from though? Like was there like a certain event in your life, or was it like like just an experience that really really brought pain, or something that just like you're like, you know what, like I'm gonna bet on myself no matter what moving forward? Was there something like that?
I mean, I could always go back and blame everything on the trauma. So traumatic experiences really shape us and like transform us to like make certain changes in our lives. But aside from that, I would simply say I'm so bored with life. I'm bored. I'm coming from a place of being bored and I just need some excitement. I need new things. And I realize like, why can't it be me? Like, why can't I have the best? Like, why can't I like step out and do all of the things that I desire and dream about? It doesn't just have to be a thought in my head. I'm now going to choose and make that a reality because I think that I'm worth it. And I think once you believe in yourself, then you can actually achieve it. But if you have these goals and you don't think that you're shit, like you're not really going to go far because you don't even believe in yourself. So why would you even do the effort, do the things that it takes to get there?
I feel like that's clickbait OD. Like, how you feel about that? Like, Matt, like in terms of people not feeling like they're worth it, where do you think that comes from, bro? Like when you say like you believe in something so much, but then you're dealing with like, I guess, just self-doubt. Like, like even with the podcast, even with the collective, bro, like where does your strength come from?
So wait, what is the question here?
The question is, bro, like she said something that I think was like a jewel. Like when it comes feeling worthy or feeling when it comes to you chasing your dreams, have you ever felt that way? And if you have, like what gives you the drive to do what you
felt unworthy?
You may not feel that way, but like where's that confidence in your dream come from?
I mean, a confidence in the dream, comes from like just support, like having the people around you, certain people around you who encourage you, who show up, who put in, extra effort, even if it's not like seen. And then just people on the outside who encourage you, like that little small like message, like, or saying, hey, what you're doing is, great, or yo, your merch is fire, like, yo, I like 2 people, need this or that keeps, like, or just seeing kids, like smile when they get, a gift or merch or whatever the case might be, keeps you going, like,
yeah.
Because everything is not going to be, perfect. You're going to hit obstacles and, people, when you're trying to do something together, like it's hard, like, because everyone has a life, but it's just like you got to take the good times with the bad times. So when, things don't always look good, think about when everything is good and the impact that you can make.
Right. I like what you said though about like having supportive people, because sometimes you don't believe in yourself, but other people see things that you can't see. So when they can acknowledge and like pull those strengths from you and tell you that you got this, like it can make you feel like, all right, I actually got it. I could do it. Yeah. That's true.
Definitely.
And I think it's also important that you actually believe it.
Absolutely. Because
a lot of people can keep patting you on the back.
Right.
People can keep sowing, but I think there has to be like a moment in time where people will continue to support you, but then there's a point where you're like, yeah, they're right. And and not to say like you think you are more than you are, but it's more so like, yeah, I am.
Right.
I am that nigga. or like for women, like, yo, I am that. I'm not gonna say the word, but like I am her.
I'm a
I am
baddie.
her.
Yes.
Like I am Joe. I am that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's important. I think like, yeah, like,
Right.
yeah.
And that takes time. So I think we should all give ourselves grace because we can't all like expect to get to that level of like confidence right away. Sometimes that takes a little longer. What do you guys think?
I agree, and then also I feel like just life, you feel me, happens.
Yeah.
Like you can have that confidence in the world, and your abilities, but because of life, sometimes you have to deal with certain challenges and certain obstacles, which kind of like, in a sense, leads you away from your, like the path that you were originally taking, but
Right.
so that's going to take longer to get back on. Doesn't mean that you don't believe in what you're doing, but you got to handle what you got to handle before you can, like, because why would you want to deal with that stuff while, or can you even deal with the other stuff while still doing what you were, and then going through certain things, like they're saying the strongest soldier, the strongest or the hardest battles are for the strongest soldiers, or whatever the saying is. Like some people's trials or obstacles and challenges are longer than other people's, like because they're, and not to seem or sound cocky or anything or arrogant, but because at the end of the day they're supposed to be higher than that person. Like we all are kings and queens, but there's certain people aren't going to get to the level that you are, like, and I'm speaking for everyone. Like you're going to, shake hands and have opportunities that I might not have, but your challenge, your obstacles are different than mine.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
That's fair. Damn.
I'm just using that as an example.
That's I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I gotta say, like, you're absolutely right. You remember what I told you though? You remember, like, quick thing. Remember what I told you a few days ago? I said, you will never be me, and I will never be you.
Yeah.
And I said that because of our life journey. There are certain things that you are going to go through that I will never go through. So the type of strength that you have and the type of resolve and the things that you need to build yourself up, I will never understand that. But that will make you a different type of leader. That will make you a different type of person and make you invaluable in a space that makes you invaluable. So that's what I thought about when you said that to me. But I ain't know Jojo if you.
No, I feel that for sure. And then something that you were also saying too, Maddie, about like just life stuff that happens to us, we can kind of like relate that into our topic today, which is on grief. And just how like we can all be on our journeys and then grief happens. We lose somebody or something. And then like we have to figure out how to navigate now with that as well, on top of our life stress, on top of our responsibilities and things that we have to do. It's just one other thing that we have to deal with. And it's heavy. Yeah.
Definitely.
So as we talk about grief today,
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the types of grief, because I think like it's important for us to like explore that grief doesn't just mean like losing someone by death, right? There's other ways too, even like grieving the past versions of ourselves.
Damn.
Grieving the like choices that we didn't make and now like we're just have to like deal, or like just the past, the versions that we can't bring with us. We have to let go. The people that we have to let go. People that are still alive, but we're grieving them. I don't know.
God
That's
damn.
heavy.
Woo!
That's heavy.
Right?
That's heavy.
Exactly. So it's like having that understanding, I think like really helps, because we're all grieving. We can all relate to that. It may not be as like impactful or gut wrenching as losing a loved one. But there's also different versions too that are just as painful.
I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you like deal with grief, I don't know. Grief is really hard to manage and like live too. I don't know. Have you guys like lost someone close to you recently?
Yeah.
If you don't mind sharing, of course.
Yeah. Well, what is your definition of recent? Like in the last year?
That could be that depends on you.
Yeah.
Because like even if like time, you know, they say that like time heals all wounds, but a year could still feel like yesterday.
So, like in the last couple of years, I've lost like maybe like 3, 4 friends. You know, like in the last year, it was like one, but or in the
sorry
last
for your
6 months.
loss.
But it was the last one probably. I mean, it hit different. I growing up, like when you were in high school, there's stats that are thrown to you. You know, like 10 years after graduation or 5 years after graduation, X amount of people, you know, if you look around, won't be here. And you don't really think about it like that. You know, like,
That's so
but
true.
then when you start seeing this person, oh, this happened to them and they passed away. Or it's just something crazy happened and this person passed away. You know, like then you start thinking. And then when it's someone who's close,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, this shit real. And when they say death comes in threes, I
That's so
honestly
true.
really do believe that.
I don't like that at all. It makes me sick. It makes me
Yeah.
sick to my stomach. Because I'll be like, oh my God, who's next?
Yeah, but I honestly think it's
Damn.
true.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'll pivot away from losing loved ones.
Okay.
And I will say I've definitely grieved two things. Like the person I used to be and trying to get back to that person. And what I mean by that is just like going back to like the things that I used to love.
Okay.
Like enjoying hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm really trying to get back to that. Like, and I need to be more intentional about that. But yes, I do grieve. Like a part of me that was just like love to play ball all the time. Like love to be outside all the time, always active. You know, like love to, you know, like, and I do it every now and then, but bowl, skate.
Yeah.
He'd be a couch potato now.
Nah, I'm not a couch potato. I think, nah, I'm not. But but there's certain ways where I'm trying to find myself. Like I'm trying
Yeah.
to learn chess.
Okay.
Like, simulate my mind in other ways. But like, yeah, like definitely like the part of me that was just always adventurous. Always going out, like always like not giving a fuck about what anybody thinks and just doing me.
Yeah.
Not considering anybody's opinions. You know, like, shallow stepping, like if that makes sense. Like, like feeling like I'm walking on glass, to be honest with you. That's probably the first part. The second part I would say is sometimes I do grieve. I really do grieve it's a little deep, but I do grieve how things will never be the same again in my life ever.
Yeah.
Family.
Certain relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like that's life, though.
It
Nothing
is.
gonna stay
It
the
is.
Because things are constantly changing for us.
Yeah.
But
And-
just a question: would it be? Is it more or less like like your friend group, or like when you say like nothing is gonna be the same? Like, do you mean like how that is, or like the dynamic? You know, like the dynamic of kids and marriage and how people are gonna, start their own lives. And is that what you mean, or?
I think I grieve losing my childhood. Yeah. I grieve losing that fun part of me. Mm-hmm. And I think and I'm going to answer your question because that's actually a great question, man. I don't think I actually answer that question now. I don't necessarily grieve losing that because like a lot of the friends that I have, I've been friends with them. We've been friends with them since we were like yay high. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
it's just our it's
saying,
just
so what are
it's just like our dynamics are changing. I think more so and I see Matt's push. I think like my family dynamics.
Okay.
I grieve that. I grieve, like my parents' divorce. I grieve like the dynamics within that. Not even just like parents, but just like sibling, parent. There's certain things that I wish like were afforded to me and my brother, like on an emotional and spiritual level that I think could have like helped us. Not, like we were very fortunate as kids to have both parents in the household. We were.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to like dismiss that because we had that.
Of course.
But yeah, like that shit like when that shit like that changes and then like when you're going through it and you realize why it's changing and then you gotta like just accept it.
Yeah. Especially because it wasn't like something, that it wasn't in your control. That's the hardest part, is accepting things that we can't control. Because we want to be able to like, if you had it your way, everybody would still be intact. Things might still be, maybe a little different. I don't know.
Yeah. And I would also say this, it's not even just the past experiences. It's how those experiences from the people that we love have now shaped their perspective.
Okay.
So now that as we're growing into those different stages, how those experiences influence their advice on what they give us.
That's so true.
So it's like you're not giving me advice.
Right.
You're giving me your pain. You're not talking to me like from an unbiased. I mean, it's hard to be unbiased,
right.
Of course, but many times people will shed their advice or give their advice based on trauma they dealt with, not like because they healed through anything. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I grieve having to always have to like filter shit.
Okay.
Like I got to be like, all right, if I'm listening to this, all right, let me go in this with a mindset of I'm not hearing what I want to hear and I shouldn't, but I also know that there's a backstory that comes with that.
Okay.
Advice that I'm getting from that particular individual,
right.
Friends, family, whoever it may be. I mean, that's universal.
Right. Because we can sometimes only see situations from our scope of perception anyway. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's kind of hard. Like, of course, if someone gives you advice, they're going to give you advice on like how they would do it, not realizing like you are your own person. And there's so many other things to factor in when you're making that decision.
And I also didn't go through what you experienced.
That's so true.
Like I didn't go through that.
Right.
So talk to me as if like that didn't happen to me.
Okay.
I agree with that.
I think you should sit with that for a little bit too. That's major. I get that. For a long time, I've grieved like my parents' death. And they passed when I was a kid. So my dad died when I was 3 and my mom died when I was 6. And I'm in my 30s now, right? So you would think like, I'm better. I'm healed from it. But I feel like grief is so complex. So it's like you could think that you're okay, but then you're going to go through all those different stages. And acceptance is the last stage of grief. But sometimes acceptance is really hard to get to. Mm-hmm. Even if you're forced to get there, you could still be in denial. You could still, be angry about it. You could still just refuse to accept it. And I think when you refuse, of course, then you're resisting, and then it's going to create a whole bunch of other problems too. But it's really hard to accept over time.
I do hope that you haven't beat yourself up for that acceptance part.
Well, thank you.
Or
sometimes. Sometimes
Because
I feel like I should be more accepting, and then I get angry with myself. Like, why can't you just, like for still being angry or still being hurt? But it's like what you said, like grieving things because things will never be the same. So I'm always grieving what won't
Could've,
happen
or
or what
what
could have
could've
happened. Like, you know, I got married, my parents weren't there. So it's like, oh, I had to just accept it. I had to get over it. You know, but internally, like it's a lot harder than you think it is. Or just like thinking in the future, like all these different life experiences
that they won't be a part of.
Exactly. That's heavy.
no, that's super heavy.
It's hard.
So what do you think? What has been your best strategies for dealing with that? Because nobody has the right answer.
Right.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave the.
We don't want to leave Danny
The video
out.
got
The
out.
video got.
So if you got anything on your
You
mind,
got anything on your mind?
Well, just what Jojo, what you said resonated with me a lot of just like losing somebody who's still alive. Those people that you have to cut out just for your own mental health and your own well-being. I could definitely feel that the most because it even felt like until now it felt strange to categorize this as losing somebody, but I really did lose a best friend, my brother, man, during COVID. He kind of, just kind of going through it mentally. He's always had his challenges, and he's lost a couple people in his life: his parents, his grandmother, grandfather, couple friends, and that all really just came at a head during like COVID. And you try to be there for that person, but you have to set that boundary of what you're not going to accept. And he crossed a line he crossed that boundary of something that I wouldn't accept. Like, you can talk about me, you can fight me, and we had plenty of fights where it's like physical, like, this dude almost broke my orbital bone, and I forgave that. So I'm a very forgiving person.
Yeah, you are.
But when you talk about my family, that's where I cross the line.
Right.
That's where I set that boundary at, and he crossed that line. But I just remember like being up in the crib by myself and like crying, and I'm just like, why am I crying? Like, this is not a person that is like blood relative, like the family to me, but he very
family.
much was family to me.
Right.
And it hurt for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I still think about it. Like, I try not to think about it as much, but I think about it now. I'm just like, damn, like it really hurt. Like, it really hurt. So I wasn't even aware that I was grieving, but I really am.
Right. Because there was history there. There was friendship, camaraderie, all of those things that now, you don't have with that person. Lots of memories too. And like you said, it wasn't all bad. There wasn't always bad moments between y'all.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
So, yeah, that was my 2 cents. Like, the people that you have to cut off because you just have to cut them off because of whatever boundary that you're not willing to accept being broken.
Right. That's major too.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Nah, thank you for sharing, Danny.
Word.
Can we take a little pause? Just for
Sure.
like 10 seconds.
We could do a little deep breath. We could take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Hey, I'm with it. Whatever you have.
Let's do a couple actually. Let's
right.
nice inhale in. Hold it for a little bit and exhale slowly out your mouth. One more time. In. Feel the air enter your belly and expand, and out. Nice. Sometimes it's good, especially in group therapy. We take little moments too, just to like pause, because some of the information, things that we're talking about could be heavy.
Nah, thanks, Jojo.
Of course. So I wanted to bring up another form of grief that we didn't talk about.
Okay.
The collective grief, meaning like if we see a Black person or person of color murdered by the police on TV, that's secondary trauma. Like that's incredibly traumatic for us. And that's something that we have to then process too.
Yeah.
Do we like sometimes I don't even like realize that until like I'm watching or I hear about it and then I'm getting that emotional reaction. And sometimes, I might tear up or just it like hits you really hard. Like that's a form of grief that we're all experiencing together.
Yeah. I know like that type of stuff, like before I go to sleep, because I already woke up. And like when I first wake up in the morning, I can't like watch that type of stuff because it just like throws my whole like mood up, the energy, and it's just like low key. Sometimes I get mad, like, and I'm like, I don't want to put that energy, like that bad energy into what I'm doing. So
Right.
I mean, I'm rocking Nipsey's.
Yes.
My brother bought this for me for my birthday. I don't know if it's clear on the camera, but that's just an example of a celebrity losing his life. Somebody who was, had a past, but like wanted to inspire the next generation. Seeing him murdered at his business, and it's just almost like, like you got somebody that's trying to uplift his community, and he's losing his life. Like that's, for me, I feel like that's crazy. But like, yeah, like. I mean, I'll take it even simpler. I mean, how many times you're driving and you see a police car pull over a car and you look to see who's in it?
Yo, that's the first thing I do.
Like you look. And I mean, like we're all like, this is an inclusive podcast.
Yeah.
However, it's just like the past does affect the present, and I don't know whether Matt knows this or not, but like. And this is kind of sad. And you know what? Maybe I'll be more intentional with my mindset. But every single time I hang out with my brother, if he leaving, I make sure to tell him, I love you, bro, and make sure you get home safe.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to worry about is seeing something that has been done. And last thing I want to do is be like, yo, what could I have done to prevent that?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I like, as long as I tell him, yo, I love, or it's not even just him. It's we do that with the collective. I do that with Danny.
Right.
Any other collective, yo, love you, bro. Let me know when you get home.
For real.
And I think that comes from that. It definitely does.
I agree.
I think you see too many stories of that shit where like people getting slaughtered. And I don't want to go into a rabbit hole, but yeah.
Right. So it's true because we're dealing with individual grief and now we're dealing with like all like the generational trauma, the generational grief and how it trickles down. So now we're like super hyper focused on making sure that we're protecting each other. That the last thing you hear from me is that I love you because anything is possible, unfortunately. It's true.
Anyone can get it.
Anybody could get got.
This nigga talking like he carrying.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of that.
Oh yeah, we know you carry.
It's always good to be strapped up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
it's
Jojo
always
don't
good
play
to
no
have some
games.
protection.
Yeah, I don't mind having Jojo as the DD.
Yo, for real. Yeah, not only does Jojo protect her
She'll get
mental
you
health,
home safe.
Right.
She'll get you home
she
safe.
protects. Yeah,
and
she
she'll
will protect. Don't let me get
For
that.
real though.
Yeah, put that. Yeah, hey. Don't let me get the gap.
Don't get me get the grip.
Yo, hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's what it is.
Ain't gonna hold you, yo. Like, hey,
Right.
like Jojo, yo. When you told me that shit, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
because you was
man.
like, yeah, you were like, hey, listen, cause it don't take long to get your permit, yo.
Nope. Cause I'm
I
a
was like, say
lady,
less.
all right, and I don't know. I'm not very strong. I don't have that strength,
strength.
that physical strength. So I'm gonna have my little strength on the side.
Yeah, you just gonna lift it up, be like, hey,
I wish a nigga was.
hey.
For real.
Nah,
All right.
that is true.
So how do we deal with our grief? Like when you guys are grieving, whether it's a person or who you used to be, people that are still alive, whatever it is, like what are some things that you have done, whether it's been helpful or not? Because, go ahead. Because some things are definitely not helpful, but they help us in that moment, but maybe not long-term support.
Like a Band-Aid instead of getting a stitch.
You know, like Solange says, you know, in Cranes in
Cranes
the
to the sky.
Yeah, where she's like, I smoked it away, I fucked it away, I did everything. She tried so many different things and it wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I mean, what I think
those.
that helps, you know, a little Mary Jane, you know, not too much, but
Mary Jane.
and then like, I mean, talking sometimes like if someone has or someone knows that person, talking about it, sometimes helps, and then just trying to just remain positive, like journal. All right, certain griefs, I feel like being that I now know that there's multiple types of grief. Certain things I feel like journaling helps.
Yeah.
Certain things, hell no. I don't think it. Or I shouldn't say it doesn't help, but it's harder to journal on certain griefs than others.
Okay.
I say the unhealthy ways I've done it is the Cranes in the sky.
Yeah.
The smoking, the drinking, that shit. It is a temporary fix, and sometimes that shit feel good.
Well,
I ain't gonna
smoking
hold you.
ain't bad.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, none of those things in the time doesn't feel bad. But like, what it does is just delay you actually dealing with the shit. For me, and I know this shit sound cliche, and I apologize for for the cursing, but I'm just being real with you. And cliche is therapy. It is what has helped me deal with some things because I can be as angry and frustrated as I can, but it's not like I am putting that weight of my feelings on someone who is invested in my future or invested in me or has a relation to me. I think therapy has been like God sent.
Yes.
And it has definitely helped. Now, on the creative side, I think the best thing for a lot of people, and at least what works for me outside of therapy, is I love music.
Yeah.
And I cry.
That's beautiful, Mike.
I do. I do.
You shed
I
tears.
I don't care. I would cause
We love that.
I do.
We
I
love that.
I'm not gonna lie. I cry.
Yeah.
Like it hurts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna respond to the emotion
Right.
apropos.
And it doesn't make you weak. We just need to say that because we have to break these stigmas where if you're crying and you're a man, then you're weak or you just can't handle your emotions. I think when you're able to, that is a part of expressing your emotions.
Is there a type, are there levels to crying though?
I feel like, now you guys tell me if I'm wrong because I'm not a man, but you know when you guys have that... when life really be getting to y'all and y'all either have no emotion on your face but the tears are running down or it's one of the ugliest cries you ever seen in your entire life and you're breaking down.
So which one is worse?
Which one is worse?
Which one is unacceptable is what I'm
There's
trying
no-
to
There's no crying that's unacceptable, but the one
or too much.
the
That's
tears, I don't know. Any tear is necessary. So however it needs to come out, whether it's ugly or it's silent.
I just feel like sometimes it be like, I don't know. Like,
Matt be the nigga that be like,
Maddie, you be crying?
and I just do one of these and that's it.
Okay.
Like, some people,
Dug
I'm not
tears.
putting anybody on Front Street,
Ooh.
but you know,
Okay.
now put me on Front Street.
I'm not gonna
Right.
put anyone on Front Street, but some people when they cry, you know, it's a little much for me, you know, and it's like I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I'm just like I get it out of you, but it's
Are
like
you feel- do you
don't
feel
gotta
like
have
it's a
a
little
snot and all that. You know, like I just like keep it clean, B. Keep it cry, let it out, but keep it clean. That's
Nah, but yo, if it's something that devastates me, I'm gonna do that.
No, I'm not talking about just you. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just saying, in my eyes, like if I'm saying, like if you all, you know, got the tissue and
Nigga,
just
you
cry.
snotted in my.
Ooh.
It's okay, bro. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We've all had our vulnerable moments.
To answer your question, there's no right or wrong answer.
There is no right or wrong.
I think if you express yourself, I feel like, just like people say, like, why do you get angry? Angry is an emotion.
Right.
I feel like the way you handle grief, if you cry, bro, like this shit is okay. At least you feel something.
Did you watch that movie? I'm sorry, because you
Which movie?
with the emotion movie.
Oh, Inside Out.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, would you recommend? Is it like accurate?
Highly encourage anyone to watch Inside Out 1 and 2.
Oh, I haven't seen either.
It's a wonderful depiction of how our emotions are. And anger is a secondary emotion. So the people that tend to get angry, it's because like they can't truly express how they're really feeling. There's a different underlying emotion there that's kind of uncomfortable to feel. So it's just easier to choose the angry emotion. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I brought it up.
You probably think it's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a little dramatic? And some would say that you're
anger is dramatic.
Not dramatic enough, that you're not emotional enough because you don't let those emotions really come out. You're trying to control how much your emotion comes out, as opposed to someone who's just like, "Wah," and you just start crying.
Oh, I ain't that. I ain't that. I ain't that.
But why?
So like, let's separate.
Why is he taking it like we talking
sometimes
about him?
you be making subs, my nigga. Yo, you
Nobody
gonna be subbing?
I wasn't subbing, bro. I was just saying. I'm just saying.
You ain't talking about me. You ain't talking because I don't be like that.
Talking about
like
Rick
that,
down the street, bro. I could be talking about Rick that I saw. You know,
who's Rick, bro?
The dude.
Who's Rick?
Maddie's saying not to take it personal.
Like, nigga, who's Rick?
We won't take it personal.
All right, I'll to answer.
What was the question?
No. She was asking me how I essentially
How you cry?
How you cry?
Exactly.
Shout out to the video guy. Anyway, like that's honestly I do. I think that, and the only reason why I said that, and like to be serious, reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of people keep shit pent up.
Oh yeah.
And that's the reason why. And then I think the reason why I also say this because rather than doing that and just accepting that they are in that place, they'll allow that to build up, and then it honestly gets expressed in other unhealthy ways.
Absolutely.
Which is like you yelling at people, you getting mad, then now like you getting physically violent. Yeah. I'm not saying everybody does that, but like you can get verbally abusive, like you know, like and it's all just based on the fact that you're dealing with pain.
Right.
That's all.
Is there ever? I know you might not know the answer, but you might.
We could do our best.
Is there ever an instance where I guess either whatever is causing the anger or anger itself could be a positive, like to like have a positive result?
Absolutely. So there's like negative anger and positive anger. It's the anger that fuels you to be like, ugh, like I'm so frustrated with where I'm at right now.
So then it causes you to change your situation.
Exactly.
Okay. No.
And we all know the negative side of anger.
Of
we
course.
don't have to expound upon that.
Of
But
course.
for
The
sure.
negative is like, all right, I'm
gonna whoop some ass.
I'm gonna kill my boss, you know.
The feelings are real.
Nah, that's real.
Yeah. There's so many different ways
Squabble
to
up,
address our
hey.
anger. I like that you guys both talked about the positive and the negative, because I think like the smoking and drinking and stuff, I'm not a judger at all. I can never judge.
There's
I
no
know
judgment.
how somebody could easily become an addict. I know how someone could easily like just be the most depressed person in the world. It makes sense because life is so hard. So I try my best to always remember like everyone's journey is so unique. But I think it's important to like realize like, okay, even in the smoking and drinking, I feel like after a time, Mike, you felt like, okay, this isn't actually curing me. This isn't making me feel better. It's soothing it. And like you said, it's distracting me from not dealing with it right now. Because as soon as you're like sober, as soon as you're done, like the problem,
Them
the
emotion
feeling comes right
back.
back. Oh my gosh. And sometimes it's so loud. So that's when we try to do different things to numb it, to quiet it down. Because it's really hard and it's uncomfortable. I think little by little, though, helps. Going to therapy is great. Journaling, talking it out, sometimes moving it out of your body. So grief can that suppressed grief can kill you. That's stress, that's depression, that's anxiety. Like all of these other mental health disorders can come in because you're trying to suppress it and not feel it.
Can I add one other thing that I do?
Of course.
And maybe somebody will be able to relate to this. I go to a place where I know I find peace. So for me, I always find peace near water.
Yes.
And I do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm in law school right now. I'm in Camden.
Yes.
Anytime I'm feeling stressed and I have the time, I go to Camden Waterfront.
I
I
like
used
that.
to go to Cooper River Park.
Yeah.
I be at the Delaware River over here in Trenton sometimes. Like, there's
I
a
do
spot
see
I don't
that.
like, and I will just let my window down. I'll sit in my
Yes.
car and I'll just look out at the river,
Yeah.
the lights. I take my brother. He knows I do that.
Right. I've
But-
seen on like you post a lot being by the water too. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, I do that for peace.
Yeah.
So if that brings me peace, whatever brings you peace,
Absolutely.
like go to that place.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay if we, engage in some of the negative behaviors a little bit because we're human. Right? So we're doing the best that we can. We just give ourselves grace and then we try and tackle it in a more meaningful way that's actually going to make us feel better.
No, I agree.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
I journal a lot. I journal. Guys, can I tell you something serious?
Yeah, go ahead. Lay it on us.
You're going to kind of be blown away. I started going back to church.
Oh.
I have not been to church
I can't
in like
clap for that.
11 years.
Yeah, well, Mike might be MIA too.
I go to church.
I don't go to church.
I don't go to church, bro. I go to
Do you go
church
to
more than you
church?
do.
You guys go to church still?
Yeah,
That's
I go to church for me.
Yeah.
Hey, your mom. In the comments,
Right?
please
Because I don't go with her.
set the record straight. Who goes
That's
to church
different.
more?
That-
That's all I gotta say. In the comments, just set the record straight.
Nigga, shut up. You don't go to church.
I mean, maybe you guys go to church online. Do the bedside
I do
Baptist.
both.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong
I like
with that.
being in the presence.
I understand.
But go ahead.
I'm trying to find
Where do you go?
I go to this church in
Is it black or white?
It is a non-denominational of all types of people.
That means it's white.
It's
Not necessarily.
It's
bro, not necessarily.
majority.
I'm playing.
It could
I'm
be a-
really just playing. I'm
Actually,
really
my
just
church is
playing.
really, really diverse. That's the one thing that kind of drew me to it. Like, there's a heavy Hispanic population. There's a lot of black people. Like, I'm not the only one.
No, I actually love that.
Me too.
I love that.
It's everybody. So it's
Nice
a
little
really
melting
cool
pot.
vibe. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
it doesn't have like listen. I was just playing. It doesn't have to be black or white. Like wherever you
Right.
feel comfortable and you
thank
can
you.
experience God. I know, Dan, you about to hop in here?
No, I would.
No, I just want you to expound upon like why you went back and what drove you going back.
I
It's
So
funny because
I-
she said it like it was a secret, but she's on a podcast.
whatever. I haven't been to church in a really long time. I just went like the more spiritual route. So I was engaging in like, not that I'm not anymore, but I was really focused on like tarot, spirituality, like that, numerology, astrology, and just like diving into like creating my own reality, right? And then after doing that for so long, sometimes my moral compass started to like, something shifted where I was like, oh, I'm like a god, right? And it's like, I do believe in like divinity. Like I believe that we are all spiritual beings. I do believe that we are kings and queens and all that good stuff.
We're all gods.
We really are. But I started not paying, like I started behaving in ways that made me feel like I wasn't answering to anyone. And that kind of got scary. I started doing things that weren't very of my value and nature of who I am.
Could you control it?
I could, but I didn't want to because I didn't think, at some points I didn't think that what I was doing was wrong anymore because I told myself that it wasn't wrong. So then I was like, all right, Joe, you need to hone it back in, calm down. And I was like, I need higher
find it.
power.
Go find
I
a
need to
church.
believe, yes, I need to believe in a higher power again. I am not my own higher power right now. So yeah, church is always,
Why not
especially
a
the Black
different
community, church
religion,
is
though?
always a thing. I have been like open, but sometimes you go back to like what
Yeah.
what you're comfortable with. But I'm still practicing spirituality. I'm still doing certain things, but I wanted to go back to church a little bit.
Nah, I feel you. Like when I started going back, I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed like a spiritual grounding
Yeah.
and a reminder of and this is just being point blank, period, plain and simple. There is something that is beyond our normal selves, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting religion on anybody. Whatever you believe is
Absolutely.
what you believe. If you don't believe in that,
Period.
fine. If you believe in a higher power, whatever that means to you, with it.
or whoever's name
Whatever,
it is.
whatever centers you and allows you to dream higher, be better, and provides a foundation, I'm all for it.
Right.
And I think a lot of people place a lot of emphasis on what you believe, not the fact that you do believe in
Agreed.
something.
Yeah.
And as long as what you believe is in concert of bringing unity and also bettering yourself, I ain't got no problem with it.
Facts.
I ain't got no problem with it. That's where I'm at with it.
Me too. And religion has been very helpful, especially in times of grief. Like when our worlds are literally crashing, 9 times out of 10, like we're gonna start praying again. if we haven't already started, like it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like I need somebody greater than myself to hold me right now. Like I can't do this all by myself. So religion is a really great, outlet too.
Yeah.
Great level of support.
Nah, I feel that.
Word.
I feel that.
Yeah. I think it's really great to give ourselves grace. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
We have to remind ourselves that too. Like we can't be hard on ourselves, and we can't think like just because like I'm struggling, it doesn't mean that I'm failing, and it doesn't mean like I'm not like farther from where I should be, or I'm doing something wrong. We're right where we need to be all the time. Yeah.
I think it's important that we position ourselves also.
For sure.
I think that like I really like what you said though. Like and what I was saying in terms of positioning is kind of like what you were saying. It just builds on that. I think if you do those things, you put yourself in the right place to either receive the healing you want, to put yourself in a place of success or achievement, whatever you want. I think just being sensitive and understanding, like, this episode we're talking about grief. I really think like what you have shared is like very, very key to how we should think. And I think all encompassing is that like if we can do those things and accept those things, also putting yourself in a position to be able to do those things.
Right.
I don't know, like.
No, for sure. It makes total sense.
Yeah. I have a question for each of you.
Yes.
So from this conversation and Danny, you're in this too. Give me one thing you'll take away from this conversation that you're gonna hold on to.
One thing or one thing I learned?
It could be one thing you learned or one.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing. And and Matt has another question for you after that.
Okay.
The one thing that I learned or took from this conversation was that there's, different, forms of grief, not just the grief of death, but like you explained, like community grief and how it affects you. And then I don't remember the other term, but just the fact that there's multiple, terms of grief and how it can affect you, like years down the line.
For sure. It's something I learned too. We're all learning together. Who's next?
How about you call us out?
All right, cool. Danny.
I mean, yeah, just like what, the different forms of grief, and how to, I guess, kind of overcome. I don't know. How do you overcome? Do you ever overcome your grief?
No.
That's a good.
No, because
Just mechanisms
grief
of coping.
is the best way that I can like define it is like grief is like a hole in your heart, and no matter what you do, that hole may still be there. Over time, your heart's going to get stronger, right? You get stronger. Time goes on. You're healing in different ways, but the wound is still going to be there. So you can try and fill it as best as you can. And then you're going to get to a place where you're like, I can't feel it anymore. So now I just have to like accept it and live and just keep going. But it still may always be there. And you still, like years later, you may be okay. And then something triggers you and you feel like you're right back to the beginning. You're right back to the depths of your despair in that grief. So it's kind of like grief isn't linear. So it kind of goes like this. There's no 1, 2, 3, you're cured. It's like 1, 2, 3, then maybe 1, then 3, then 2, then like you're all over the place. But your best bet is trying to keep your head above water, and that's taking care of yourself. That's like finding supportive people in your life that can help you along the way. That's utilizing different coping skills that work for you and that bring some sense of joy into your life again. Even laughing. Like if I'm feeling really sad, I'm scrolling on TikTok and I will laugh my ass off, and before I know it, I'm in a better emotional space. So just trying to find little things.
No, that's very true. That's very
For
true.
sure. Miguel?
I will say one thing I'll take away from this episode. One is how brilliant you are.
Thanks.
So
I
a lot of
appreciate you.
a lot of things that you said have stuck with me. And just personally, I would just say, I really like didn't realize how much I was actually like not acknowledging my grief.
So basically, you knew these types of griefs, and
No, I didn't know the types. What I'm saying is like I didn't realize how much I was not acknowledging them.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of similar to what
Like
Daniel
facing
was
it head on.
saying. Like I didn't, yeah.
Word.
But thank you.
okay,
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Yeah.
good answer. Good answer.
Good answer indeed.
Shut up.
My takeaway was that I really got to have like a really deep conversation with you guys. And like we talk. Like that's the wonderful thing about being cousins and like being close is that like we have had like personal conversations before, individually and together. So that's cool. But actually talking about something that like impacts each and every one of us on a daily basis and like learning how to navigate that, especially within the Black community, can be a little taboo, like talking about like pain and suffering. You know, like I know for me, like my grandma, she's like the world's strongest woman in the world, and she doesn't sit with her emotions and feelings and traumas, and like she's like, stop crying about it, stop complaining about it, and just you got to keep moving on. So I even grew up with that sense of like I can't complain, I can't like talk about my stuff, like I just got to keep going. And then realizing like, oh, I need to unlearn some of these things. It's okay to not be okay. That's a major thing. So I'm glad that we all had the time to like actually talk about it and learn so many different like layers to this, because it's heavy. Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you for sharing.
Of course.
All
What's your
right.
question?
So I had two, but I'll just ask one for right now. We like to ask everybody who comes on, what does Black privilege mean to you?
I've actually been thinking about this question and I wanted to make sure that I answered it in the best way that I could. To me, Black privilege is liberation. I think when you think of like white privilege, of course, like not to compare, but you kind of have to, you see it. Like white privilege is rooted in hatred. It's rooted in entitlement. It's rooted in like all of these negative things. Black privilege is rooted in resilience. It's rooted in hope. It's rooted in pride, so much pride, because you can't kill the spirit. You can torment the body, you can torment the mind, but you cannot kill the spirit. So we are constantly a spirit, collective spirit of power, pride, and love. Self-love is just, it radiates off of us. You can't kill that. And that's what Black privilege is to me. When I go in any space where I'm in like a sea of whiteness or sea of anyone, like, that's what it is. Like, I'm walking with my head held high. I'm walking with pride. I'm walking with dignity. That's what Black privilege is to me.
Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, hey, this concludes such a special episode of the Black Privilege Podcast.
Yes.
Cuzzo,
I love
Matt,
you guys.
Danny, it's been a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
for coming
Thank you for making time to be with us. And to our viewers, we hope that we were able to provide some content that you will absolutely be able to be motivated, inspired from. We love y'all.
Black privilege when they ask what this is. Tell them this is what the true black image is. One life collective, no black nemesis. One fight, protection of the black premises. This is black privilege when they ask what this is. Tell them.